Right, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my episode 6, I think it is, review of Superman and Lois. It's called Broken Trust. Now, they took a hiatus, so I want to address that first. They took a hiatus because there was some issues. They had to do like a COVID lockdown or something like that. I don't know the exact reason why, but they took that hiatus, right? And then I think Supergirl took its place. And I was reviewing Superman and Lois on a weekly basis because it's actually really bloody good. Like, it really is. And we figured out the reason why, because of course HBO Max is behind it. Like, it's supposed to go on HBO Max. So they're the ones that are behind it. It's not really the CW, although it airs on the CW. But we already have confirmation that it's going to be going over on HBO Max at some point. So they took the hiatus, and I was really sad to see it go. It's one of the good shows that I watch on a weekly basis, and they left on a cliffhanger with this boy Tag or Tack. Can't remember the exact name, but Tag or Tack, who got superpowers, very similar to one of the Smallville episodes where, I think it was a Smallville episode where one of just some random person got like super speed, basically. I'm fairly certain it was a Smallville episode. So anyway, this guy got super speed because of the incident, presumably the incident with one of the boys. And it was left on a cliffhanger with him confronting said boy. Good starting off point, straight away, back in the fray. Superman jumps in after this boy gets beaten basically to a pulp. Which goes to show a few things, that he's not that invulnerable, actually. His powers are still developing. And I really liked that. Goddamn, I hated his reaction to it, though. And that's what we're going to get into this episode, this review. Is that it's not necessarily, ladies and gents, it's not necessarily that it's, badly written. Because I think you're supposed to really dislike him at certain points in the show. But goddamn did I dislike him at these points in the show. But it's thrown against the fact that you then have Superman, Clark Kent, teaching his son the error of his ways. What I learned, how I became better. Do this, learn from me. And I liked that a lot. So again, when I say these are like show complaints, don't worry. Because they're not. Because you learn and you grow. And I think that it's written in that way for that reason. So anyway, we open up with this boy being beaten to a living pulp, and it's quite brutal, and then Superman jumps in and saves the day. Good. Nice to see. The effects are still really good, actually. They're still spending money on the effects here. So that was really, really good. From there, boy goes missing, because he can run really, really fast, and Superman can catch up with him. But the problem is he ran really, really fast, like across a train, and the train was leading up to like an issue, like it basically started to derail. So I get that. Good writing to show why Superman has to divert. Bit contrived, but fine. All the same, superheroes are always contrived, so it's fine. Then we start to build off this boy issue with his powers and stuff. So he starts hearing a ringing in his ears. And the ringing builds, and it starts to activate the Oculus Ray, the laser beams from his eyes. Now, his reaction to that is, no, I'm definitely not going to go tell my father who's Superman. What I'm going to do is go and play a football game. You're an idiot, son. You are a tard. What are you doing? And his brother, who I really like, and I think you're supposed to start to like, because he started out a bit of a douche. His brother got powers. You sort of didn't like his brother, but you sort of did. Now you don't like his brother, but you like the one who was made out to be a douche at the start, the one without powers. He's very much, no, you need to tell Dad, what are you doing? And he's like, no, give me this one thing. He won't let me play the game. And this brother's like, of course he won't. Why would you make your superpowers are unhinged? What are you doing? And I'm like, yes, goddamn, finally. He's our point of view character for this whole situation. This guy says what the audience thinks, and it's very clever writing. I like it when they do someone like that in a show. It is good writing, actually, and I like that a lot. So he coerces his brother into not telling his dad so he can play this game. Plays this game, and he gets beaten up. And he keeps hearing this ringing. He gets beaten up, and he's on the floor. And I've always wondered this. What would Superman do if he went up against someone similar to him? So his boy's on the floor, and he's ready to release the beam, the laser eyes. And he's like, just do it now. Because Superman's got his hands over his eyes. And he does it, and he screams whilst he's laser beaming his dad's hand, basically. And I like that, because I was like, right, okay, cool. And he winces. You can see Superman do a subtle wince. You're like, oh, okay, I like this. This is good. This is good. This also shows potential that this boy might actually be powerful in the end. But I like that. I like that a lot. I thought that was interesting. Anyway, from there, there's a few issues here and there. Because the son wanted to play the football game. Why? Because of some old bullies. And you just go like, what a weird attitude this guy has. Because he's like, no, just let me have this one thing. Let me have this one thing. It's like, mate, you got superpowers, son. What are you doing? Why do you even care right now? You've got epic superpowers. You can laser beam. You've got super strength. Why do you care about showing these old bullies up? Surely that should be enough. But then I think to myself, no, when I was a kid, yeah, like you'd want to rub it in people's faces that you're less mature. You'd rub it in people's faces. So I kind of get it, but still, written like a douche. Starting to dislike him. Now, Tag shows up at the love interest's house. Knocks her out by opening the door. Whatever. Kidnaps her. Takes her to, like, some basement in Metropolis. Bit rapey. And then, obviously, the Department of Defense, the DOD or whatever it's called, starts to close in. Superman finds him. He comes in and he's like, you have to come with me now. You have to come with me now. And this is starting to build off that narrative that the humans and the army are starting to think and have precautions in place if Superman goes AWOL, goes mental. Because, ladies and gents, the army goes to shoot the boy. Literally just goes to kill him. And Superman's like, stand down! And you can see he's angry, and I'm like, yes, this is good. Yes. And they shoot kryptonite bullets, live rounds. And Superman jumps in the way. He jumps in the way, and he takes the live rounds to his shoulder. And I'm like, wow. And you can see he's really angry. He is angry here. And he falls to the ground. He knocks him down. And he goes, I said, whoosh. Goes right up to one of these army guys. Stand down. And you're like, yes, son. I love this show. It's such a good show. Again, like, I hate certain bits of it. Like, I hate the boy, but I'm supposed to hate the boy. And all the other stuff's great. So anyway, he gets the army guys to stand down. Puts the guy, takes the kid away. And he's like, I promise you, you won't be alone again. I'll sort it out. Don't you worry. Goes to speak to the head of the army. Lois Lane's dad. And he's like, yeah, I always knew you'd do anything, blah, 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 blah. I didn't think you'd use live rounds, let alone ones with kryptonite and all this kind of stuff. And you can see the dad is starting to plot against Superman. You're like, okay, yeah, we're going somewhere with this. This is good. Whilst all that was happening, said boy with powers, Boy Wonder, gets annoyed with the bullies and goes to punch one. Obviously a superpowered punch, which would kill him. Probably break his face anyway. And his brother, who we now like, jumps in the way and takes the punch to his hand, breaks his arm. And you can start to see the annoyance between the two. His brother's like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 I didn't mean to. And the brother's like, yeah, but you did, mate. Like, you literally broke my hand. I told you not to. You literally punched me. You broke my hand. You're a dick. And I'm like, yeah. I can see what he's saying. Like, I agree. And anyway, Lois Lane breaks him up. Says go away, and Superman's left with his son, and he's like, look, those feelings you felt, I have to deal with every day. It's trust, etc., etc. And he has this big speech about trust, and I like it, and that's why it's called Broken Trust, basically. I like this episode a lot. It was a really good episode. So, I'm glad it's back. Like, I'm really, really glad it's back. Good episode, good return to form. I'll be reviewing it on a weekly basis again. If you haven't checked it out, like, you genuinely should. It's a good show. It is a good show. I liked it a lot. So let me know what you think down below in the comment section. If you are new here, do hit subscribe. Cheers. Take care.